1 1/4 cups of plain white flour, just plain flour. This here is wheatmeal, as we call it. It's the flour with the bran left behind. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's about 3/4 of a cup. That's maybe a little bit much. So 3/4 of a cup. This is bread soda, or bicarbonate of soda. How many scientists have we?
All of
All
us.
of us.
We are food scientists.
We are food scientists.
Matt said he had something to tell me, and then he said, "Oh, I won't tell you till afterwards." No, so you're not a food scientist, fantastic. So you're familiar with bicarbonate of soda then? Oh, that's all right. Sometimes I have people here that haven't even heard of it. So we would get a sieve normally in modern cooking, but traditionally in Ireland nobody had a sieve, so everybody still does this. Just puts the bread soda out in their other hand to make sure there's no lumps in it, because they don't taste good, as you know. And just let that in. And salt. That was just slightly more than a heaped teaspoonful there. And salt is for taste rather than health, so a little bit less than... I'm a bit of a health freak, so maybe half, 3/4 of a teaspoonful. But for the food scientists here, the magic ingredient is actually air or oxygen. So to do that, you need to lift it up 10 centimetres maybe and let it fall on itself. In modern recipes, they say sieve the flour, and this is just as efficient, it seems. So just let it fall down on itself 10 or 12 times. Okay, when you think it's well mixed, that's 4 dry ingredients and air for oxygen. Then we take 1 egg. And similarly, traditionally in Ireland, people didn't always put an egg in it. The egg is to keep it fresh for 2 or 3 days. If you don't put the egg in, you really need to eat it that day. So which would be the normal, you make bread of the day, eat it. So 1 egg. Crew. And
Crew.
buttermilk. What is buttermilk? Anybody know?
Buttermilk.
No.
Milk of butter.
The milk of butter, yeah, it could be a little bit. So how do we get the milk of butter?
Centrifugation.
When you separate the milk,
Yeah.
when you separate the cream,
Yeah.
you get butter and buttermilk. It's a byproduct of.
Of butter, making butter, yeah.
It's dairy scientist.
Dairy scientist, Jerry, all right.
Yeah.
It's rare that somebody knows. And usually, you know the way you said it's the butter of milk, usually I'd be able to drag it out of a group by hinting and hinting. But no, we don't usually get those kind of answers, but you're right. So, I probably should have turned it. It's inclined to separate a little bit. Now, so 3/4 of a cup, or the same volume as you put in of brown flour. And if you prefer to make just plain white soda bread, don't put in any wheatmeal and just put in 2 level cups of white. Okay? So you can negotiate with your partner. So this is 3/4. I probably needed a slightly bit more because I had rather a large cup of the brown flour. After that, you don't put in your hands anymore. It sets like cement and makes a terrible mess on your hands. So we're just going to use a little bit of elbow grease. So what's elbow grease? Have you heard this term, elbow grease? Yeah, it's just work, hard work. And the thing is to, I can see already I need a little bit, to not squeeze all the air out of it. Your names on. And if you put the flag into the corner, it's a little thing in your bowl, put the flag into the corner, because if you put it in the middle and the bread rises in it, if it hits the top of the oven, it burns, and then we don't know whose bread it is. But just so you get your own bread back. And what else did I want to say? Then what we'll do is we'll scrape all our bowls, if you don't mind, with your little spoon, and put all the scraps into my bowl, and we can take it down and feed the hens. They love to see people come home with a bit of food. So, if you want to go back, we can pass down the ingredients down to the 2 tables. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you know how to do it. It's not that hard.